Mayor Jackson asked Northeast Ohio and the rest of the world to be aware of what the victims have gone through and to let them heal properly.
We as a community, as I said earlier, should give the family and the three young ladies the kind of room that they need in order to adjust to a new life.
Mayor Jackson declined to say much about the arrest of the three suspects or about any evidence collected in the house on Seymour Avenue. Chris?
Well, detained tonight, Ariel Castro and his two brothers sit in a Cleveland jail, still awaiting what charges will be filed against them. Our investigative team is digging deeper tonight. They have more on the psychological profile of the man accused of being the mastermind behind the kidnappings. News Channel 5 investigator Sarah Buttison is live on Seymour Avenue with that angle of the story. Sarah.
Chris, an expert we talked to says the kidnappers likely brainwashed the women, making them so afraid that they didn't dare try to escape. Police say Ariel Castro held three women captive in a home just a few miles from their family members.
It doesn't shock me.
Tim Dimoff is a former detective and federal task force agent who is now a security consultant.
He stayed in a neighborhood that he's relatively comfortable with, that he felt comfortable in, and that he had some ties to, so that he could easily move around without looking suspicious.
Castro's own daughter, Arlene, was friends with one of the women. She told America's Most Wanted she was the last person to see Gina DeJesus before she disappeared.
So she gave me 50 cents to call my mom, and so my mom said no, that I can't go over her house. And so I told her I couldn't, and she said, well, okay, I'll talk to you later, and she just walked.
Dimoff says kidnappers make their victims so afraid for their lives, they don't even try to escape.
It's really an actual brainwashing process.
Kidnappers eventually ease up and offer rewards for good behavior. Amanda Berry was allowed to watch television. After escaping, she told a 911 operator she was on the news.
Underneath all that, though, is a promise that if you try to escape or do escape, I will kill your family members. I will harm somebody close to you.
Dimoff says the damage from years of abuse and brainwashing may be irreversible.
They've just been through a lot for a long time, and the longer you've been through it, the harder it is to reverse it totally.
Here's what else we know about Castro. He owns the home on Seymour Street where the women were found. He was a Cleveland school bus driver between 1991 and 2012. He was fired from that job last November after being repeatedly disciplined, including a 2004 incident where he left a child on a bus. That led Cleveland police to knock on the door of his home. When no one answered, they left. Live in Cleveland, I'm investigator Sarah Buttison, News Channel 5.